Ladies and gentlemen, America, German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Well, Jack Smith is set to resign because he doesn't want to get fired. Can you imagine how miserable Jack Smith is? The FBI raided the home of the Polymarket CEO who predicted Trump's victory. Is this something unrelated to politics or not related? It sure does look bad. All right, Matt Gaetz has been nominated by President Trump as the next Attorney General. I did a Facebook Live about this today. He has resigned from Congress. I think in a couple of days there's supposed to be a report back about investigation regarding him. Remember, it's President Trump. He doesn't give a damn about all that stuff. This is, without a doubt, the biggest middle finger to the Trump lawfare folks, that Trump is going to appoint one of the innermost MAGA supporters. Whether he'd get Senate confirmation or will he be a recess appointment, who knows? But the bottom line is, my guess is he will be Attorney General because, folks, the Senate is now controlled by the Republicans, and it just hit. Republicans have now reached 218 majority in the House. Democrats are at 208. That means 816. There's 9 more seats to be called. I think Republicans, most of those seats are leaning Republican. Do you believe it takes 2 weeks to find out who wins a congressional seat? John Thune yesterday was elected to Senate Majority Leader and spoke about adopting the Trump agenda. A lot of MAGA folks were all upset about that. Rick Scott didn't win, but you got to go with it. Thune met with Trump. Cornyn met with Trump. Scott obviously met with Trump. Trump stayed out of it. You know, people can change. Remember, J.D. Vance was a never Trump. John Thune might want to make President Trump very happy. Tulsi Gabbard was nominated as Director of Intelligence. And yesterday, Joe Biden met with Donald Trump at the White House. Very short clip. Note, President Trump said politics is really mean and nasty, but today's a good day. I'm telling you, these people, it's rough and tumble. Then after it's over, you bury the hatchet. It's going to be very interesting on what falls out. I wonder if this came up. You want to pardon Hunter, or do you want me to pardon Hunter? Texas Congressman Michael McCall, the House Foreign Affairs Committee chairman, was detained, intoxicated. He missed a flight due to ambient and alcohol mix. I want to stress this to you folks. That might have been an accidental thing. You know what I mean? So let's not all get worked up about it. I like Michael McCall. Elon Musk. It said he's going to have a leaderboard to track government spending. I like that. Elon Musk says you can now go to London and New York in 30 minutes traveling on his airline, quote unquote. CIA officials been charged for leaking classified documents of Israel's plan. Not good. In Gaza. Trump's senior staff members appointed Dan Savanio, James Blair, Taylor Budovich to join Stephen Miller. And Iran, can't make this up. They are delaying some of the things that they want to do because of Trump getting elected. Trump's already having a positive effect. And then John Bolton, the Trump hater, says there needs to be an FBI investigation of Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard. Really, John? Can you imagine how John Kelly, John Bolton, even Nikki Haley, all these people that just call, Liz Cheney, they must be just hating Trump resurrected. Susan Collins was shocked at Matt Gaetz' appointment and claims to want to ask a lot of questions. And Scott Jennings of CNN's promoting himself as press secretary. He doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. And he was a McConnellite, very anti-Trump until the end. This is the Bulldog. Do not be a spongy soused hedge pig. That's your Shakespeare insult picked by me. Coming up next, local news. All right, local news. Somebody who's a client of mine. Claremont County, the Wiggins made Channel 12 news. They got some other local media press about their lawsuit against all their neighbors. Those neighbors are going to shut up about the Wiggins now. Father Robert Jack, this priest from downtown Cincinnati, was punched trying to stop a teen girl fight. They punched a priest. I say death penalty. I'm quick on the draw, the old death penalty for child molesters and punching priests. Coming up next, coming up next is Jamie Spindley in his World News, and then we got sports.
Thanks for the introduction, Eric. Today's latest world headlines. Thousands in southern Spain's Costa del Sol region were evacuated after a red alert was issued for intense rain and flooding. Spain's Civil Protection Agency alerted residents in Malaga province about the extreme rainfall risks, primarily affecting popular areas like Marbella. The severe weather, referred to as a Dana event, is expected to bring heavy downpours into the region. A man attempting to attack Brazil's Supreme Court in the capital Brasilia died from his own explosives. Police identified him as Francisco Wenderly Luis, a former council candidate for ex-president Jair Bolsonaro's Liberty Party. In other news, a 60-year-old woman who was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter after 3 residents at a Gainsborough care home in Swansea, Wales, died before released without charges. Authorities say the deaths of these 3 residents, a 74-year-old man, a 91-year-old man, and an 86-year-old woman, remain unexplained and are still under investigation. And following recent violence against Maccabi Tel Aviv soccer fans in Amsterdam the other day, French authorities are deploying 4,000 police officers to secure the France-Israel soccer match later today in Paris. Paris Police Chief Louis Nunez said 2,500 officers will be stationed at the Stade de France, with additional officers monitoring public transport in areas around the city. That's the latest world headlines. Coming up next, Sports Without Boundaries. I'll be back tomorrow. Cheerio.
All right, here goes Sports Without Boundaries. Only got 2 subject matters. Kentucky basketball is hot. Continued to be hot with that big victory. And T. Higgins is going to return. And tonight's big game is Commanders versus the Eagles. 2 NFC teams that I hate. Coming up next, I got some great pop culture you're not going to want to miss. Well, this is a great story. I read yesterday, I'm going to use it for pop culture. The wheel, apparently they've said, I crack up how these archaeologists think they can pin this stuff down. 12,000-year-old Notavian village. Spindle whorls, talk spin fibers, I don't know. You know, BC Comics always had this guy, on the wheel, Just think about, though, Sabrina and Jamie, the significance of the invention of the wheel. Even all the way back then, the idea that you could roll things. It's pretty amazing. It is a great invention. I think one of my family heirs and probably invented it as a Viking in Norway. No, it came from England. All right, sad story. David Collier, who is 65, member of the Full House gang, has an aggressive stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And last but not least on pop culture, you ready for this? Apparently, Elvis Presley, on his autopsy, he had massive constipation. He apparently hadn't taken a crap for like 6 weeks. Do you believe the king died in part from being full of shit? You're Elvis, the king of rock and roll. And because of all the crap you're taking, drugs and everything else, you fill it. Maybe that's why he was bloated. Maybe if they cleaned the crap out, he would be unbloated. Isn't that sad, though, to think about? That's a lot of shite. If I didn't shite in 6 weeks, oh my God, my colon would burst after 1 week. And then you'd get sepsis and then you would die. All right, this is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Do not be a scumbucket, spongy South hedge pig. Be an oracle. Have a great day.